Successful people, you guys, despite challenges, despite setbacks, they are persistent and they work towards their goals, you guys. So the definition of persistence is successful people are able to work towards their goals despite challenges and opposition. See, things could happen to them, but they have their eyes so much on the goal that nothing stops them, you guys. That is the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. And that thing makes me think about when I had to drop out of college, you guys. I had to drop out of college in my 20s because I got pregnant with my first son. And it was probably like one of the saddest things for me because I saw a future for my family. I saw that future and I said, you know what? I felt at the time I needed this degree in order to really succeed. So I went back to school and people were like, how are you going back to school with an infant? I was determined. And on the other side of that, I know so many people that stopped going to school because of their baby, right? And our stories are different, but I was able to move further and eventually get my doctorate degree because I didn't let that challenge, you guys, stop me from seeing the end goal. Now, there are times where it's like super tough. There was times where I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do it all? But if you are determined, if you are in alignment with God, God is going to make things happen for you. He's going to put support systems around for you. He's going to make sure that you accomplish the goal that he sets forth for you, you guys, right? So it makes me think about Joshua in the Bible. He had wild faith. You have to also have wild faith if you want to be successful, you guys, right? And despite his challenges, Joshua was super depressed because Moses passed away. Moses was his leader. He was his spiritual leader. He was his mentor. And Moses passed away, but he became Moses' successor. And he had to lead the Egyptians to glory, to victory. And Joshua lost his first battle, right? He lost his first battle because he sinned against God. He lost his first battle. The Bible says that he lost his first battle of Avi, and that was his only defeat. What if he allowed that battle to stop him from keep going? What if he allowed that battle to make him feel like, you know what, I can't do this? No, despite losing his first battle, he kept on going. He kept on edging and going at his goals because he's not going to allow anything to stop him. Joshua had so much faith, you guys. I want you guys to read Joshua. I have this written down, 10:12. Joshua 10:12. The Bible says that Joshua raised his arm at God and asked God to halt the sun. He asked God to stop the sun. Who does that? That's somebody with wild faith, you guys, right? He asked God to stop the sun because in those times, you had to make sure that you won a battle before sundown. He said, God, I need a little bit more time. He asked God to stop the sun, and God stopped the sun. They said that God not only stopped the sun, but also unleashed a storm of hail and fire on the enemies, helping the Israelites, you guys, to victory. What about that? Isn't that amazing? So you ask God, God, help me in these challenging times. God not only is going to help you, you guys, God can stop the sun for you. And oh my gosh, so Joshua as a leader, you guys, of the Israelites, asked God to cause the moon and the sun to stand still. Imagine if we had that wild faith that God could do anything for us. How far can we go? So that story is so motivational and inspirational to me because most of us aren't even asking God for a career path or asking God for what we should do next. But someone that has so much faith to ask God to stop the sun. Why don't we have an inch of that faith? The Bible said that we need faith of a mustard seed. So this story, you guys, if you want to be successful, you have to have wild faith. You have to believe that you can do it despite any challenges or opposition. Don't allow the first opposition to stop you from what God has for you. I hope this message has helped you. I wish you a blessed day.